Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom Zeus with another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast. We're up to episode 39. This one's called All Systems Go. Tom, how you doing up there?
Oh, I'm great. I'm fired up for this one, buddy. This is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah? It's very nice. Pretty proud of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
So, what's cooking? Anything new in life?
Well, why don't you tell our loyal listeners why we're recording at 6 o'clock on Thursday?
It's hockey season.
Exactly.
So we've already gone through a season. Like, we started this stuff. I think of this as in the middle of hockey season, and we went through the playoffs. It affected our recording schedule, and we're back to it.
Yep.
There's a couple out there, hockey fans, that interact with us and stuff. And the Bruins are starting tonight, and the Patriots are going. The Red Sox are out of the playoffs. The Celtics will start. October, only month that all four sports are playing.
Yeah, no, I was talking to that with my son the other day.
You were talking to somebody backstage before?
I was talking to somebody backstage before. So my son's 15, so he's like all jacked up for like the Celtics season. Like he's already excited for the Pats. He told me the other day, he's like,
is he jacked up on that caffeine like Kramer was? You jacked up on that caffeine. Well, they can't come in. You want a latte? You want a latte? I'm going to get a latte. I just saw that clip. Someone had a clip of that on Facebook. Where he got the coffee from.
Oh, yeah. From spilling on it. Yeah, exactly.
Is that your face is my case?
No, that's the one with the tobacco. When Jerry tells him his face looks like a catcher's mitt because he was smoking cigars all night.
Oh, look away. I'm hideous.
All right, here we go. Already off the rails.
It smells like the beach.
Yeah, where's the Seinfeld podcast we got to do?
Yeah, it's an offensive odor.
His buttocks are sublime. So I got a funny story I got to tell you real quick.
Huh?
Yeah, so picking up my son from school this afternoon. He's a sophomore in high school, and he's taking world history.
Ooh, favorite subject.
Exactly. So, and they're talking about Greek, like mythology type stuff. So he starts telling me that they were talking about the Minotaur and the history of all that shit, and I'm like,
that's in the island of Crete, where my mom is from.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm sure your mom's not going to want to hear this story that he's about to tell me.
Oh, okay.
Because then he goes and tells me, and he does it with like kind of like a half smile, but he's like, yeah, no, we learned about the Greek god Zeus. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, and we will learn how the Greek god Zeus like fathered children with like 9 different women or something. And I said, wait a minute.
9? That's it?
Wait. I said, are we talking about my Zeus that I do the show with? Or are we talking about the Zeus from the Greek mythology? And he just he literally started dying. He goes, I knew you were going to say it. That's why I threw it out there to talk about Zeus.
That's right. And that he would change his form into a bull and other things and rape these women, do all sorts of evil things, bang his sisters and his kids. He was all over the fucking place.
So should we not call you Zeus anymore or what?
I don't know, fuck. You can call me whatever you like. Call me fucking Jocko Johnson.
Jocko?
Yeah, your finger's good. So, other than learning about my background, what's going on in Kiss World?
So the big story that everybody was talking about, of course, we record on Thursdays, and this story dropped last Friday, so we didn't get to talk about it last week. We'll talk about it a little bit today. The thing about Ace talking about how he had been in, the headline was Ace Frehley on possible reunion with Kiss. Quote, the money would have to be right. I'm not going to take Tommy Thayer's salary. Such an asshole.
He's got to take his shot. He's got to take that shot.
Yeah. He said, Ace said, quote, it would be nice to go back out with them, but that's not my call. I think we have a really good relationship now. I text Paul back and forth, and we've worked together as I have with Gene. I would seriously consider it. And then he talks about Tommy. He says, it would certainly sell more tickets with me involved. I have a gut feeling it will happen. Dude, they're selling out everywhere. How can they sell more tickets?
Oh, did they sell at a fucking car dealership that he did?
Oh, see, it's good segue into our next story.
What was the next story?
Well, the next story was how he fucking did a free show at the Nielsen Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealership in East Hanover, New Jersey.
Was the Bowling fucking booked up at Alewife Parkway?
What the fuck, dude? So which story are we going to talk about first? His talking about how he thinks they're going to sell more tickets with him, or how he's fucking...
They definitely will sell more tickets. I think there'll be more of a demand. Like if Ace is back, you might, instead of going, I'll just get a balcony seat. No, fuck that. I want to be, you maybe people pay a little bit more. Obviously he'll sell some, but he ain't gonna change it from, we can't play this arena. We need to get a stadium now because Ace is here. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah. Right.
But can they sell more tickets? Yeah, they probably should.
Yeah, but they're selling out almost everywhere they're playing now.
I agree with you. Maybe they can do more. Maybe we can do a second date. I don't know.
I know this is kind of like beating a dead horse. Everybody's talking about, but every time we talk about Ace, I'm always like, well, how would it work? Like,
Told you.
But they're not going to have two people doing fucking spaceman costumes and makeup.
He wouldn't be in the spaceman. He's going to come out with non-makeup on. Or Ace comes on, Tommy comes off. The last 3-4 songs, and then Tommy comes on in non-makeup.
I'm still of the mindset that's just not going to happen. And I think it's not going to happen for the reasons that we just talked. I don't think Kiss wants to get caught up, and I don't think Paul and Gene want to get caught up in the logistics of how it's going to work. I don't think they give a shit about the logistics. I think they give a shit about the fact that is he reliable. I honestly think Tommy would probably, knowing him from his personality and being such a fucking fanboy, I bet you wouldn't give a shit. Let me step aside for a little bit while these guys come in. While Ace and Peter come. I don't think he'd be like, this is bullshit. How are you treating me like this? I think he wouldn't care. Oh, I totally agree. Tommy's a good soldier. He wouldn't give a shit. But do you think Ace would want to come out on stage without his spaceman shit? No, he's not going to come out with jeans and a T-shirt on, I don't think.
All right, then he would walk off. Tommy would come off, and Ace would come on with his spaceman stuff. Yeah. And then Tommy might return back for the encore because he played 90% of the concert, comes back for the encore in regular clothes.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said,
obviously it takes longer to put it on to play than to take it off. Strip
of course. Oh, yeah.
Clothes and play. There's no way. See, the way that'll work is because there's no way if Peter came back that they can rely on Peter keeping the beat. They need Eric back there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Eric would leave if Peter came out and sang Beth, and then Eric is changing in the meantime in the background.
Oh, no.
And
the only thing that Peter could do would be to sing Beth, because God love Peter. He have you seen recent photos of him? He looks old. I mean, he's the oldest guy in the band, anyways. But he's not playing the drums at all. I mean, like you said, bring him out to do Beth, and that would be it. But he
might be able to jump in, but play along with Eric, not alone.
Right, like Unplugged, like he did with Unplugged.
Yeah, but he would be able to sing Beth by himself. That's when Eric changes.
Yeah.
Versus Ace could keep up maybe one song until Tommy changes and then comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
With Paul backing him up, you don't think Ace could sing, 2000 Man or New York Groove?
I actually don't think Ace's voice is the issue right now. I mean, I think he can.
No, I'm saying like he could keep up the guitar with Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Carry one song. He's not doing, I don't think him and Paul can handle, and Paul singing and worrying about his voice. And Ace and worrying about Ace at the same time. Oh, right. Shit, keep up this. He'd want Tommy, hurry up and change and get back and fucking play behind him.
Yeah. That probably sounds, if anything, that probably sounds more right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, all right. So we got that. We got the car dealership thing. And then I don't know if you heard about this one. I actually saw this today. So this guy, I guess this was in upstate New York. This guy, does
he live in upstate New York?
Yeah.
That's something it's my business. Something I don't want to talk about.
So this guy,
miles.
60. What do you want to drive 60 miles for? Hey, it's my own car, Paul. What do you want to drive your own car for? It's my own business, Paul.
I drive it silly.
Silly. Do the car, do the tolls, no stopping, no nothing. All right.
I can do that whole fucking skit in 5 minutes. Go ahead.
So this guy, this 55-year-old guy. This is the story. Sunday night, a black Cadillac SUV stopped him on a street. Have you heard this story?
Go on.
Okay. So he stops him on a street, and the driver asked him exactly where he was. So the driver said, we were supposed to be in this particular city an hour and a half ago, but I think we're lost. At that point, the vehicle did a U-turn and pulled around, rolled down the window to speak to this guy, and it was Ace Frehley.
Hey! I get to the turnpike from here.
Where am I? So he said Frehley asked the guy to then get in the car and show them how to get to where they were going. And the guy said I'll have no way to get back. Ace said, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that afterwards. First of all, I ain't fucking trusting Ace to do shit, let alone get me home.
Get in the car with Ace Frehley. Yeah. There's something to put on your obituary, right?
So the guy says he did it. He proceeded to cruise at high speeds, okay? Then
flying.
Flying through, no stopping, no nothing. So the guy continues. He goes, the driver was, quote, a complete idiot who drove over a traffic island during a 3-minute, 95-mile-an-hour ride. At one point, the guy asked, the driver asked the guy, are you sure you know where you're going? The guy said, yes. And we got there in less than 3 minutes. Then when they got there, Ace Frehley asked the guy, offered him to go up on stage, give him backstage passes. The guy said no. And then the guy's wife called him an idiot for turning down the opportunity. And Ace said Ace laughed when he explained that the venue was in a renovated church. Ace replies going, that's funny because I'm not going there to do a sermon. What the fuck? This sounds like something out of like a friggin' like 80s comedy.
This is the kind of shit that he's like, dude.
So put all these stories together, okay? He wants to come back to Kiss. Meanwhile, he's doing free shows at a fucking car dealership, and he's asking strangers to help him how to get to the fucking venue because he's lost. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Ace never gets tiring.
Love him.
You want to talk about the funny little story that broke today?
Yeah, go ahead.
Australia?
Go ahead.
So, in Australia, on November 18th, this is bizarre. First of all, the headline's friggin' bizarre. The headline says, Kiss to play concert for great white sharks. That's the fucking headline. Oh, all right. So, on November 18th, they're going to set sail along the Shark Warrior, which is a glass-bottom boat that allows passengers to see the sharks who are reportedly drawn to low frequencies. Apparently, Kiss is going to be on the boat playing music to attract the sharks. What the fuck am I reading here right now? The host who's been using music as an alternative to bait. So this guy plays music to get these sharks because when the loud music is played underwater, it's like vibrations that attracts the sharks. He will provide commentary on what passengers are seeing throughout the duration of the 2.5-hour cruise. Tickets go on sale October 14th. Breakfast, lunch, snacks, and non-alcoholic beverages are included. All proceeds go to the Australian Marine Conservation Society. I mean, now the funny thing about this is I can't find a ticket price, which I think is hilarious. But I'm like, oh, actually, no, here it is. It says $52 per person. But the funny thing is, I don't think you get to see Kiss.
And this is in Australia.
Yeah.
And Mr. Stanley says, give the whole meaning to a concert down under.
What the fuck? How do they even get offered? How do you even? I think Kiss would do a great job attracting sharks. Like, how does that even come up?
Oh, that's a Gene thing.
Oh, totally. We'll supply the non-alcoholic money bag soda to anybody who wants a ticket.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's all the crazy friggin' Kiss news here. I mean, Jesus Christ. What else you got there, Chief?
Well, there's a video of Paul watching somebody topless on a fucking roller coaster 1,000 times.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, it's just. I think it was David Coverdale from Whitesnake that put it up, and then he said I could watch this video over and over, or something like that.
David Coverdale's Twitter is actually pretty funny. If you're not,
he is funny.
He's got a good Twitter page for sure.
Then, what's the big news is the. Not the big news. We'll get to that. Gene, you have a couple Gene things to talk about.
Yeah, so some news finally came out with Gene and his medical issues. He had kidney stones. So Shannon was posting some funny pictures of him in the hospital in a wheelchair, saying he was stealing socks from the hospital, which totally sounds like something I could put Gene Kiss socks in the hospital.
Yeah, so, and our friend Murph sent us a funny text, and he said, "How much do you think he'll get when that goes up on eBay?"
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
the kidney stones.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be a line for that.
Yep. And then another thing. Gene put this on his official Twitter page with a picture of his new boots, and he says, "My new rebuilt boots will look like this. Why new boots? Because when you're touring the final world tour, you don't want to break your neck when one of your 7-inch heels breaks in half during a show." And they look like the typical like Love Gun style demon boots.
He also said for that last 2 years, he was specific.
Oh yeah, yes. I'm sorry, I left that part out. You're right. For the final world tour that'll last 2 years. Yes, that's true. Yep. Yeah. So some Gene news, some Ace news, some fucking Great White Shark news, all kinds of weird shit going on with Kiss.
And it was also Gene's anniversary I saw, and him and Shannon had something up there.
Yep. So, but other than that kind of weird shit, just kind of quiet because they're on a break for about another month. So,
yeah, and then sooner or later, Kiss Cruise.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So I wonder how now that like all the Paul shit, his voice. How is he going to do the acoustic set, or is he? How are they going to do the Sail Away show? Is he how is that going to sound?
We'll find out because it's going to be all over YouTube. The acoustic set I'm not worried about because the acoustic set is pretty low key to begin with. So I think he'll be able to select songs that his voice will be able to easily handle. But
what will we hear? Will we hear anything different? You would think on the Kiss Cruise that he would be like, since everybody's fucking hating the fact that we're playing the same songs, at least on the cruise, let's play something different.
You honestly think he gives a fuck what the audience thinks? No way.
So the person that paid and saw them on the End of the Road tour just paid to go see them on a Kiss Cruise. What's the excuse when he says, "Oh, we only do this because, not all the fans, there are only a few fanatic fans that know all the deep cuts." What's his excuse when those fanatic fans bought tickets to go see them on this cruise?
Well, no,
I'm going to have to play Love Gun, God of Thunder, Shout It Out Loud, Beth, and are you shitting me?
Yeah, but we've seen previous Kiss cruises where they mix it up. They do pull out the deep
mix up
cuts.
A lot last year.
No, they did.
They cut back last year. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do now. Maybe they'll get some pushback of people. And when you guys, if they do a Q&A, can you guys ask, please, Kiss people out there, Kiss fans on the cruise, please ask an original fucking question. Hey, you saw that movie. What'd you think? Did you like it? Oh, okay.
Well, if there's ever a place where Paul's scripted questions aren't going to fly, it's the Kiss Cruise, because those are the fanatics that always want to hear that stuff.
Ask them something.
Right.
Who was it that played on that stuff? What were you writing that song about? Did you ever think about releasing this track? Did you ask them about the fucking music? Ask them.
Yeah, but you know what's happening though? I think he's kind of beating a lot of people into the ground because they know, like we, that he's not going to answer. He's not.
Yeah.
And I think people know that. You
have any fucking idea that It's All Right is better than fucking 3/4 of the songs you play now?
Oh.
Play that, motherfucker.
That would actually be a really good question. Ask Paul or Gene, hey, End of the Road, have you guys thought of playing anything off your solo albums? Why or why not? Have you thought about Radioactive?
Oh, I can tell you that. I mean, if you leave him a question like that, he's going to say no.
Okay.
Yeah, we thought about it. No. Next question. I would really say, do you have any idea how popular to Kiss the song Mr. Speed is? You have any idea? We all love it.
Yep.
And no one in the crowd is not going to love it if you played that. So why do you keep telling us that, the fans? I thought the fans decide. Why don't you put a poll out?
I don't think
on Kiss online and say, which song would you replace? Like the Stones do. Which song do you want us to play? Pick one of these 4 songs and we'll play it in your town.
I don't think I think he's getting to the point where, I don't know. I think he's just getting to the
we just beaten down as Kiss fans like I would give up. But
honestly,
you know
I think that's
still
it.
alive. They're still alive. They're still touring. So there's no excuse why we still can't pressure them and try.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's not like, you're talking about it and Zeppelin's never going to get back together. And it's like, oh, well, that'll never happen. Oh,
okay.
I never got to hear that.
Now, as we're speaking, I just pulled up the set list from last year's Kiss Cruise. Neither one of us went on it. So I don't know if this was the Sail Away or if this was the acoustic. I honestly don't know. But this set list, I think this was on the opening night. So they played Coming Home, Plastic Caster, Hard Luck Woman,
yeah.
Love Her All I Can, Going Blind, Mainline.
That's not bad. They didn't play Mainline last year.
This is the set list. This is from the Kiss Cruise. Mainline, Flaming Youth, All the Way, Come On and Love Me, See You Tonight from the Gene solo album, Domino with Bruce Kulick, Hide Your Heart with Bruce Kulick, 2000 Man, New York Groove, because Ace was on there last year. Correct?
Yeah, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, I got on the wrong boat. So I don't know, how do you get to the fucking boat? But then they did another set list, and it was every hit. Like, it was almost like the end of the road set list.
Yeah.
And
that's when the rumors started about Kiss lip singing, because they lip sync when they came out and they did their first. What did they play? And they lip sync when they did their announcement, or they were on something, and people were like, "That's fucking lip sync," and they're like, "Oh, well, that's just a TV show." And then all of a sudden,
right.
And then all of a sudden, people jumped on them because they're like, "It sounds like fucking like he's lip singing some parts here."
Yep.
From the cruise.
Yep.
And fucking Stewart got up there and was like, "Oh."
Then I'm looking at the first Kiss Cruise, and they mixed up a ton of stuff. They started playing stuff from The Elder. They were playing some really weird stuff from Dress to Kill. They were playing like Shandy.
This show is going to be 10 hours long if you're fucking going down that rabbit hole looking at.
No, I know. No,
Kiss Cruise fucking.
No. I'm just pointing it out.
Set list.
I'm just pointing some of the shit out. So you're right.
Right.
So,
all right, steer this fucking ship back and try not to fucking crash it into an iceberg with Ace. All right. So speaking of classic fuck ups,
good segue.
Yep. This week's episode, we are going to, since you got it from the title, we're going to break down the one and only Vinnie Vincent and his Vinnie Vincent Invasion album, All Systems Go, which was released in 88. I almost said 98, didn't I? May 17th, 1988. And the funny thing is about that, and then I think they broke up by August of that year.
Oh, I know. Seriously.
If you don't sing the songs right, you're going to be out of the band.
Well, that's what. Well, go ahead. I'll jump in, but you go ahead first.
Anyways, as you know, Vinnie Vincent Invasion. They replaced Robert Fleischman, right, with Mark Slaughter,
who wailed on "Boys Are Gonna Rock." Oh,
oh my God! If you thought your ears were bleeding before, here comes Mark Slaughter. So him obviously singing. Vinnie Vincent on guitars, Dana Strum, the bassist, and Bobby Rock, the big fucking muscular, huge guy. Looks like he can whoop some ass. He don't look like he can't fight. He looks like he whoops some ass. That made up Vinnie Vincent Invasion. And Dana Strum's name, I always remember. I remember having a magazine from years ago when I was looking at Hit Parade or something like that.
Yep.
And it was like they were talking about Vinnie Vincent Invasion, the band, and somebody, and this is when he was in the band. And Dana Strum's like, "Oh, I remember when Kiss came out and with a new guitarist." And I was like, "Who's that?" And I heard this song called "Exciter," this and that. It's like, hey, first of all, fuckface, that was Rick Derringer. That wasn't even Vinnie Vincent.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but
on Exciter.
Yeah.
But I remember him talking about it, and that's how he got involved with Vinnie. And like, oh, I heard this song. And he's the guy, Dana Strum's the guy that founded Randy Rhoads and told him to go audition to Ozzy. And then he sent them Jakey Lee.
Yeah.
And then he sent Mark St. John to Kiss. Isn't that funny?
Why did Kiss get stuck with Mark St. John?
He sent them those other two guys, and he said, "Here's fucking Mark St. John and his,
God rest his soul,
epilepsy, whatever the fuck he had, whatever his arm,
epilepsy. What the fuck is
whatever he had with his arm and shit." And
epilepsy.
And then you have Bobby Rock, who ends up he plays with I think Lita Ford now. He does.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you remember what band he was in that late 80s too?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask.
Early 90s?
I knew you were going to
Don't look it up. He was in Nelson.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right. That's right. Oh, God. Oh,
yeah, he was in Nelson. And then, obviously, Dana Strum and Mark Slaughter left and formed Slaughter.
Yeah, they pretty much fired Vinnie Vincent from his own band.
And I've heard where Bobby Rock talked about it. He sounded like he was like the middle guy, and he's like, probably could have joined them, and he probably should have.
Yeah, because it was pretty much a Dana Strum, Vinnie Vincent thing.
Yeah, and that's
what it came down to. And Vinnie Vincent was like, "Where's your loyalty lie?" And he was like, "Well, fucking not with you." So,
anyways,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So no. So you got Dana Strum and Vinnie Vincent.
Yep.
Those guys were the catalyst, and it seemed like Dana Strum was kind of an LA guy for a while. They came off their second album. I think Vinnie Vincent Invasion came out 2 years. Is that right? About 2 years before this?
So you're talking about the self-titled debut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out in hold on a minute. That came out in 86, August 2nd, 86.
Yeah, so, a couple of years later, we may get to the Invasion album at some point. But, it's we're talking about this album here. It's quite different.
It's very different. It's very different musically, and Fleischman and Slaughter are similar but different. But All Systems Go is a different album. The debut for Vinnie Vincent Invasion is all sorts of fucking chaos. I love it, but All Systems Go is definitely more put together, and we'll talk about that as we get going.
Yeah, and this was in Vinnie and Dana Strum. They produced that album.
Yep,
and they actually produced the first one. And I think they did a fucking great job producing it.
On All Systems Go, it sounds amazing. It's fucking for the time.
We'll get into it a little bit further. And then on backing vocals on this album is who?
On backing vocals is Jeff Scott Soto and who else?
I don't know. Fucking Sonny Pooney?
You just mentioned Jeff Scott Soto, so that's right up Sonny Pooney's wheelhouse.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know.
He was right behind him, up fucking Jeff Scott Soto's ass. So it had to be Sonny Pooney.
No, it was not Sonny Pooney.
Guys, can you cover something from Asylum? It just came out last year. It's so awesome.
Oh, that's
is that a Sonny voice I was trying to do there?
I don't know. I don't know. We haven't nailed down our Sonny impression.
Got a deep
Oh, here we go.
He doesn't have a Fozzy voice, but he's got a deep. I can do the fucking Sling Blade.
You can do Sling Blade's voice. Oh, here we go.
I can't call him that. If he gets that nickname, if that sticks, he'll be so pissed.
Well, hey, speaking of nicknames that stuck, Stuart is sticking because somebody mentioned us on a Twitter thing today. Because Stuart, real quick, if I can do a very quick segue here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nicknames. Somebody mentioned us in a clip that the other day. Stuart on his friggin' talk radio show was asking how come the former members of Kiss don't come together and tour, and Eddie Trunk was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That's not gonna happen." Because the guy was like, "Well, what if you get Peter Criss, Bruce Kulick, Vinnie Vincent, and like, what?" First of all, that would I would love to see it, but good God,
dude, your ADD's like on fire right now. Like, me.
I know. Yeah, you know why? You know why? Me. I'll tell you what. You want to know why my ADD is
hanging out with me?
No, because I've been listening to All Systems Go for a week, and my fucking brain is scrambled eggs. That's why.
Let's get into that.
You know how many times I fucking almost drove off the road listening to this album this week?
Fucking Stuart. Anyways, right, so who's the other backing vocalist?
I don't know. You're setting me up for a trick question here.
I said Jeff Scott Soto, and you said, "Oh, you know who the other one is?" And I'm like, Sonny Pooney? Who?
Peter Criss? I don't know,
dude. All right, this is getting retarded now. I said the backing vocalist was done by Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you said, "Yeah, and you know who else?"
Oh, so I guess I fucked up.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And then I said, "Who? Sonny Pooney?"
So I guess I was wrong. I don't know.
What the fuck? I don't really get it. You made it sound like you were leading up to something, like there was somebody else.
No, there wasn't.
All right, there goes that. You didn't know that? Robert Plant came and sang on the back vocals. Anyways. They released it May 17th. They broke up by August. They had a couple singles that time of year in Love Kills. We'll get into that. I just remember they hosted MTV a couple things. Did something tie-in with Freddy Krueger and it was just so awful cheesy stuff. You guys can see that stuff on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I think it was Vinny and I think
Mark
it was
Slaughter.
I think and they were promoting Love Kills because it was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Yeah.
Yeah, but they did some sort of MTV stuff back then. It was just it was awful. And those dresses and those shoes. Oh.
Dude, you go back and watch some of that Headbangers Ball shit. It's fucking painful to watch. Oh man.
Oh. That was Adam Curry in his fucking jangly leather coat.
Well, yeah, watch the old ones with Ricky Rackman.
Anyways, let's pause for a minute. I got to go get my Vinnie Vincent pink feather ball bag tickler.
And we're back, and it's all systems go time.
Anyways, so you know us, you know how we do our album reviews. We'll play a clip. We'll talk about the song. Song number 1 opening up this album is Ashes to Ashes, and it goes like this.
Ripping 80s glam metal song. The song is an absolute kick-ass song. That riff just proves right there that Vinny knows what he's doing when it comes to stuff. This song, I'll say this a few times, this song should have been a monster hit. Should have been a monster hit.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I can start. I've got a lot of thoughts on this song.
Okay.
The backwards guitar.
The intro. The intro, yeah. Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's awesome. The whole intro, and then they kind of fool you. They kind of lull you into the beginning because it starts off with like a little bit of a little jangly kind of thing, and then it slows down.
What do you think it sounds like? a song that he later wrote for Kiss a few years later, Domino.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's
exactly
what I
right.
thought of.
Yeah, no, that's.
Let me tell you my story.
Yep.
Ding, 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 right? That beginning. That's what I thought of.
Yep.
I have a couple things here. Nice riff, great vocals. The background vocals are insane. There are a couple things this sounds like. This is very Zepp-like, White Snake Zepp-like.
Yep.
It sounds like In the Still of the Night.
It's a combination of Immigrant Song and Still of the Night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even the breakdown in the middle.
Yep.
That White Snake David Coverdale breakdown that they do. Ooh, babe.
Yeah, it's very much a product of its time, obviously. There's nothing really like original about the song, but it's just well made for the time. It's well made.
Yeah, and I put the baby. It sounds like he's trying to do Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, where Robert Plant sings that 15 times, I think.
Yep.
Babe. Anyways, I think this would make an excellent concert opener.
Oh, this song was tailor-made to be an open, like you said, an album opener as it is, and a show opener. This song absolutely rips. I mean, it really does.
But it's the beginning of a pattern that I noticed here.
I know.
Go ahead. I got to make a point of. Mark Slaughter's, like, dude, masculine yourself up. Would you he sounds like, you know what he sounds like? He sounds like that Saul's fucking chainsaw accident. He's like, are you okay? I think I'm okay. I can barely see the nub on my arm. Remember the chainsaw one? That's what he's like, dude, man up. What the fuck?
Do we want to talk about Mark Slaughter right now?
No, I mean, it's just, that's the beginning. There was a lot of,
yeah.
The last part I want to bring up is the solo.
Yep.
Starts off really melodic, and then he goes, all boys are going to rock on us.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that kitchen sink that he threw at us? Was that a violin, an accordion?
That's his guitar. No, that's his.
Is that a fucking cello? What
Nope.
the fuck was that?
That's his guitar. That's his. Those are the effects. That it sounds like a cello.
It's fucking. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? But what does that have to do with the song?
But that's the thing about this album, and especially that there are certain songs where the solos are very like put together, controlled, and then other solos like this, where the solos sound like his personality, where it's like they sound normal and they just fucking snap off into outer space, like,
I don't know. I really like this song.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is what made me happy that, we're reviewing this. Is like, God, this song is awesome. I remember how awesome. Then you start listening to other ones. You're like, God damn it. This is the shit that makes you be like, what the fuck? Why couldn't Vinnie just been like this? Right?
I know.
This is the shit that Gene and Paul see that they're fucking constantly talking about.
No, I know.
Yeah. So anyways, that's track 1. Now, we're on to track number 2, Dirty Rhythm. Let's go. What do you think?
Okay. This album, I'll say now, this album hits my sweet spot when it comes to 80s glam, hair metal, just craziness.
Don't call it hair metal.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
But so Ashes to Ashes starts off the album with like a kick-ass rock, hair metal. Dirty Rhythm is when the album starts to take off into like fucking real glammy shit. And I fucking love every bit of it. This song, if you take this song for what it is, it's of the time, it's 88, it's at the peak of this type of shit. Mark Slaughter's screaming the lyrics at you. Paul Stanley wishes he wrote this song.
Stop. I'm stopping you right now. I'm stopping you.
Okay, sorry.
I swear to everybody out there, I did not talk to Tom about this. I did not say anything to him.
Sorry.
Kind of cliche of the time.
Wow. Yep.
But good.
Yep.
Just good music.
Yep.
Nice chorus. Paul Stanley style writing.
Yep. See? Yep.
Chorus to the chorus. Paul Stanley. Sing a couple lines. Get us to that hook and that chorus. Bang!
You can't help. It's catchy. I mean, it's cheesy, but it's fucking catchy. I love it. I love it. Oh, man.
I want to love that dirty rhythm. Another breakdown in the middle of the song again.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seriously. Ooh. Can't tell if he's like, ooh.
Anyways, that's song number 2.
Yep.
Song number 3. Hit it. Love Kills. What do you think?
This song is better than 90% of the hair metal ballads that came out in that era. And I said it about Ashes to Ashes. I'm going to say it about Love Kills, and I'm going to say it about another song later on. How were these songs not hits? If any other popular band did this song, it would have been played endlessly. It's a killer ballad. It's got a great solo. It's got a great chorus. It's everything you want in 80s hair power metal power ballad. And unless you have like, Sirius XM or the CD or iTunes, you're never going to hear this song. You should be hearing this everywhere. I don't need to hear I Remember You or those like horrible 80s. This song kicks ass.
I like I Remember You.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
No, what I don't need to hear is Every Rose.
Okay, that too.
Love Kills, which was on the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 soundtrack.
Yep.
It's not even in the movie. Barely can hear it.
It's like in the background, like on a jukebox or something. Yeah.
I'm with you. This is one of the songs, along with another one, that before even thinking about podcasts, before even listening to podcasts and other music and stuff, on my own, before even talking to you or anybody else, I play this song. I fucking love this song. I always had it on my shuffle list or anything. I love it. The vocals, the lyrics, the melodic solo that's restrained, right?
Exactly. That's a good word. Restrained. Yep.
It's a fucking great song. It's like, and again, I go back to this is the shit that Gene and Paul saw. They're like, all right, let's just give him one more chance because maybe we can pull this shit out of him. And just the lyrics. Even the lyrics are fantastic in this. And I'll love you till my resurrection day. What the fuck? Where'd he come up with that one? I love that.
Well, that's the thing, too. You talk about Vinny's like musical abilities. He's also a freaking kick-ass songwriter, too. I mean, he really is super talented.
Cool. Because we used to write for fucking Joni Loves Chachi. Oh, my God. No, I'm not joking. He used to be on the Happy Days set. He would write the music to Joni Loves Chachi. Are you
serious right now?
Yeah, you didn't know this? Come on.
I swear to God that I'm learning something new.
He was in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay. He was doing the music to Joni Loves Chachi because when they split off as a sitcom, as what do you call it? As
spinoff.
Spinoff, thank you. And they were kind of like a rock and roll singers, like they were doing like when they would sing songs. He did all that. He would write it, like sit there and write it on the set.
I swear to God, I never knew that.
He was like all in these other bands. You just read about Vinny and stuff. You'll find he played in a lot of music. Yeah, he was an accomplished, could be a songwriter and stuff for people. So
absolutely, like I said, he's super talented.
But then again, some of the shit that comes down the line later.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But this is just an awesome song. But you made an excellent point. You said in the beginning, how, right? You were like, from this song when we talked about it, how is this not a hit, right? You were going on about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know how it's not a hit? Somebody said, take a look at that fucking guy over there. You want we can't sell that. What the fuck is he looking like? God bless him. I don't know what's the worst look of Vinny's career. Do you?
Oh, it's this. No, it's Vinny. It's the era of Vinnie Vincent Invasion.
Vinnie Vincent Invasion wasn't that bad. The Vinnie Vincent Invasion first album.
That's what I meant.
When he had the pink gloves and the fucking spiked hairdo. That was insane with the lips. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And then this album, he dialed it down a little bit.
Yep.
But he's still he looks like a fucking, aborted fetus.
Yeah. Oh, God. Again with that.
He does.
I think the difference.
Even when he was with Kiss and Lick It Up, is that a better look? Or do you ever see some of the earlier fucking photos of him in the early 80s and 70s?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, fucking take care of yourself. Make yourself look attractive. Would you?
I think between the first and second albums, they tried to tailor down a lot of things. But the problem is that first album was way, way up here. So when they tried to come down, they ended up with this, which is still good. But I think
let's take a step back for a second.
Okay.
We didn't talk about this in the beginning, so let's talk about it now because usually we do this for Kiss albums.
Okay.
Look at the cover.
I
think that's a pretty decent cover. The front cover?
The front cover is fantastic.
Yeah. Right? Isn't it a great cover?
Yep.
Just big letters, Vinnie Vincent Invasion, big V out in space, a little Ace Frehley there.
Yep.
Then look at
holy fucking dude. Let me tell you people right now, if you don't know what this back cover looks like, go on to Google and Google Vinnie Vincent Invasion, all systems go. If an alien landed on planet Earth and said, what's this hair metal? I've heard of glam metal. This is the picture you show these people.
That and Brittany Fox.
Brittany Fox.
Bobby Rock looks like he can whoop some ass, but he better look like he can whoop some ass because what the fuck is he wearing? What the fuck are those suspenders on his fucking jeans and his ripped pants? Oh my gosh.
That's a great outfit.
Oh. Imagine wearing that in public and walking out. Imagine going to a concert dressed like that now.
Yes.
And then look at the rest of them. Nice boots, Mark. Holy fuck.
I love it. Oh, it's a friggin' great picture.
I mean, Dana Strum looks like the fucking normal one in this picture.
Well, yeah, compared to the other three, of course.
And then you got fucking Gollum meets a gremlin. I don't know what the fuck that is in the middle. It's Vinnie Vincent. Holy.
That's not Joyce DeWitt.
That's his other look. You prefer the Joyce DeWitt look? I mean, he's got a lot of different looks. Then you open up the middle, and it's got like the 4 headshots.
Yep.
He looks effeminate. They all do.
Oh yeah.
But it's just, what the fuck is this?
Like you said earlier, when you mentioned Brittany Fox, I mean, when you're talking 80s, when you're talking the peak of like the absurdity of the hair metal glam metal, it's this and it's Brittany Fox. They'll challenge anybody else to. I mean, I know there might be some other bands out there, but you're talking in terms of the mainstream, quote unquote, it's these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. So we talk about how didn't it? I think a lot of it had to do, and plus he's fucking crazy.
Dude. And when this came out in '88, this is the image that people want. Go look at the cover of Poison. Look what the cat dragged in. People thought this was all women. You got a point. But then the other part to this is why didn't it take off? It's just the fucking rumors and crazy stories you hear about Vinnie Vincent being a dickhead to all these people. Like, oh, I'm not going to this office meeting. There's stairs here. Shit like. But I also think another big thing too. And this is coming from a fan of the band Slaughter. I just think Mark's voice was just too much. Honestly, it was just too much. We'll get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Bret Michaels. He wasn't Vince Neil. He wasn't Tom Kiefer from
Vince
Cinderella.
Neil, thanks God he's not Vince.
I think that had a huge thing to do with it. But
so that's Love Kills. Let's go to song number 4. That's Naughty Naughty. How many songs were called Naughty Naughty?
Well, I have the answer to that.
Go ahead.
And this time we had 3. Okay. We had the Naughty Naughty by John Parr, the guy that did the theme from St. Elmo's Fire.
Which is awesome in and of itself. Yep. I love that song.
And we had Naughty Naughty by Danger Danger.
Oh.
Now I sound like fucking Jimmy Two Times from Goodfellas. Yeah, I'm going to go get the paper. I'm going to go listen to Naughty Naughty by Danger Danger. Like, and then you get this Naughty Naughty.
For your father.
Now, the Naughty Naughty by Danger Danger. I can't say that anymore. That's too much. This Naughty Naughty is terrific. Again, it's fucking great. It's great. I'm sorry. I am not afraid to admit that I love this album. It's fucking great.
This song rocks too. I'm with you.
It totally
I
does.
fucking love it. Chorus. I also put C dirty rhythm, but you start seeing a pattern. Yeah. They're all but they're all awesome. Good God, is Mark's voice high as fuck, dude? Dogs are crying.
Honestly, I don't want to. I was going to say this for the end, but just briefly, I'll say you can't listen to this album like start to finish. You need to give your ears and your brain a break because it can be fatiguing.
The vocals.
Yes. I mean, musically, it's perfect, but
the solo insanely fast.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Another breakdown in the middle of the song, and it sounds like what Slaughter does later on about burning bridges.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Tried to get the record company. Oh, no. Your wallet at home.
Oh, no, you got a headache.
What does he say afterwards?
Oh,
no. He goes, maybe I should get you some aspirin. Oh. I was like, I don't even understand that. Was that supposed to be like that's not really that funny. That last line was like stupid. But yeah, Burning Bridges is an awesome song. But that's Slaughter. We're not going to get into them. But that's what this sounded like a little.
Oh, yeah.
I want to learn that naughty.
It's again, just like Dirty Rhythm, it's a catchy song. It really is.
Yep. All right. Song 5. What do you think?
Love it. I mean, my notes are almost the same. I'm like, the song has a great riff with a fucking absolutely insane solo. But it's another catchy song. I mean, the scream at the beginning of it, I can't even tell if it's a scream or if it's Vinnie ripping off a guitar string. I can't even tell.
I put that in here too. Siren in the beginning or Mark's voice? What the fuck is that? Or a guitar?
I kept listening to this and I'm like, I can't tell. I think it's Mark's voice, but I honestly can't tell. But it's another one with a catchy chorus.
Burn.
Again.
I'm on fire, he sings. I thought he was singing I thought he was saying apple pie.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know why, but it sounds like he's singing apple pie, but it's I'm on fire.
I'll tell you what, which came in handy. So
I'll tell you what.
On my iPhone, the new iOS, on Apple Music, you have the option for any song you play on Apple Music, you hit the little thing. It says view lyrics. And thank God for this, because I can't understand a fucking word that Mark Slaughter is saying in half of these songs.
The album. The album has all the lyrics in it.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm just saying for people that don't have the physical copy, yes.
Well, if you don't have the physical copy, that's your problem. That's why CDs are the best.
Right.
I just put a fast, decent song. Solo's insanely fast again. But this is the thing again about him, and I put this down. His solos are like the opposite of Ace's. Where Ace, if you listen to his solo, you can almost hear the song. You know what song that's from, and it goes with it. His have nothing to do with the song. It's just like, I have this piece of music. I'm going to throw it in the middle of this song. Here's my solo. Listen how fast I can go. Okay, what does that have to do with the song?
Like, I forget where I read it or heard it somewhere, but whenever there's like an iconic solo, like say Shock Me or Parasite, you should be able to kind of in your mind like hum it or sing it. And like any popular solo, you should be like, this, like you said, it's just him just destroying the fretboard. It has nothing to do with the song. Like, I want to know when Vinnie Vincent Invasion performed live, how does he remember oh, okay, we're doing Burn. Oh, this is that solo. How the fuck do you know? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And the other thing about this album is, and I wrote this down, it's not just so much on Burn. All lyrics were written by Vinnie Vincent.
Yep.
All lyrics. Produced by Dana Strum and Vinnie Vincent, but all lyrics and music's done by Vinnie. Yeah. Mark, some of the lyrics in this, even like Burn.
Brutal.
How do you take the lyrics? You want me to sing what?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah, and sing it like this. Sweet little baby. Like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I know.
Like, sometimes he must have been like,
I can't do this. Give me a break. Yeah,
on.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Yeah, and it's just Burn was just, ooh. But anyway, it's a good song.
Yep.
Liked it.
Yep.
Let's move to number 6. Let Freedom Rock.
Dude, that intro with the Star Spangled Banner, that's Vinnie doing that on his guitar. Like those effects that he's using to get that to play.
That sounds like an accordion.
It's yeah, I mean, that's amazing. And then when the song gets going, the fucking riff is killer. I mean, this is probably like the best song Kiss never wrote. I mean,
Star Spangled Banner, I put, why? Is that how Kiss came up with it in a Live 3?
That's why Paul probably heard this and said, "Oh, I can let freedom rock. All right, I can do. I pledge allegiance to the state of rock and roll."
Oh, nice riff, great vocals.
Yep.
The thing I put about this song, what the fuck is with the Donald Duck part at the end of the song?
Oh, I know. I'm like, what is that?
Like, who came up with that? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I know.
What's
the
the
song,
logic behind that?
I don't know. The song kicks ass, then it ends, and you hear, wah, wah. I'm like, what the fuck? What does that have anything to do with?
What's next? Fucking, what's that guy? Foghorn, Leghorn? I say, Vinny, why don't you lay that solo down over there?
I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. But Vinny's fucking crazy. We know that.
Which leads to the production that I was saying. The production on this is awesome.
Oh,
they threw in like all these weird little side effects, and this is them doing it.
Yep.
Him and Dana Strum doing it. There's all little shit going on in all these songs in the background.
Yep.
That's pretty decent.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't know, Tom, if you can restrain me enough to talk about this next song.
Me too.
My God.
Yep.
Number 7. Time of Year could be, and I put this down here, honestly, maybe top 5 like 80s, 90s metal song of mine. Like, I would play this song constantly. I played this during the grunge era. I played it after the grunge era. I was playing it 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 months ago. I always play this song. This, to me, is one of the most perfect songs I've ever heard. I don't even know where to go. I love the melody. I love how it starts off and how it ends like that. Mark's vocals, the lyrics, the mood that it puts you in, it's just the solo, perfect. I can't say enough. This would go up, honestly, if I had Mount Rushmore of Kiss and Kiss members songs, this would be up there for me. That's how much I love this song.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Not even kidding. This is at least top 5, maybe even higher for me. I'm going to say it again. We mentioned it earlier with Ashes to Ashes and Love Kills. This song is one of the most well-crafted, well-written 80s metal, hair metal, pop metal, whatever you want to call it. It's the verses, the bridge to the chorus is just so amazingly well written and melodic and harmonized. And I'll tell you right now, if a band like Def Leppard recorded this song would have been as big as Photograph or something off of Hysteria. Or if a band like Bon Jovi recorded this song would have been a monster song that you would have never stopped hearing all over the place. But again, it was the Vinnie Vincent Invasion. and tragically it gets buried into no man's land. But this song is one of the most perfectly written songs of that era, no doubt.
Yeah. I mean, we could spend the rest of the podcast talking about how much I love the song.
Me too.
The vocals, the lyrics, the solo, the lyrics, it's actually a story. It's actually, you know, and they did the video. The video is actually pretty cool. And from what I understand, when Vinny saw that how much Mark and the other guys were in the video, he was like, that's fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not a really guitar-driven song, but it's just, my God.
If there were more songs like this where Mark had his controlled vocals, I mean, it's just the song is just a perfect 10. It really is.
How about the ending where Mark hits that fucking note and holds it, holds it until Vinny's guitar, the slow version comes in, ding, 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 like oh my God.
That's amazing. Yep. Like I said, if any other huge band recorded this, it would have been a monster hit. Monster hit. It's got everything that you wanted in a hit.
I honestly listened to the song constantly.
Yep. Eddie.
You picked up on that?
Of course I did.
That's actually a different part of
It's a different part. I know.
It's make love to you constantly. It's Dexter St. John.
Dexter St. Jock comes out with his dick swinging.
What a beautiful girl like you doing on the beach crying alone.
He goes,
is that right? He's swinging his dick.
Dexter St. Jock.
Next thing you know, Dexter's fucking you. Well. He just sounded like fucking, what's his name? Eddie. I want half Mr. Fuck You, man. You were just naked in a bush last week. Oh, my God. What's up with Johnny and shit? What's up with Johnny and shit? Remember he was like bitching about Johnny? Oh my God. Think about what it was back then. Yeah, half. If
brutal.
You were starving and somebody throw you a cracker. Goddamn, that's a great guys, go fucking listen to Eddie Murphy Raw. Unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyways, back on track and number 8. Let's hear it. Heavy Petting. What do you think?
Oh my God. Holy fuck. Okay. Again, love the song, cool riff, cool little vibe, catchy chorus, but the fucking lyrics. Oh boy. Like I actually have on my notes here, this song is almost like a parody of what 80s hair metal is. Like if you were making a movie and you need to like make fun of 80s hair metal, this would be the song. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it, but some of the lyrics are in Mark's voice. Holy fuck!
In the beginning, I can't decide. It sounds like 3 different songs to me.
Okay,
it sounds like a slowed down version of "Fits Like a Glove." Okay. It sounds like a little speed up version of "And on the Eighth Day."
Okay.
And then it sounds like Gypsy Road. I could
see some of the Gypsy Road for sure. Yeah. No, but yeah, you're right.
All right.
But you listen to these lyrics. Holy shit.
Go figure that they're 2 songs. And earlier, Domino, I was talking about on Ashes to Ashes, Fits Like a Glove, and On the Eighth Day, he did those with Gene.
That's right.
So that riff, I just put great cheesy lyrics. Total fun fucking hair metal song. That's what I put.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's another song with another chorus that you can't get out of your head.
Fucking genius, Paul Stanley. Like us. Heavy Pat.
It really is. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
I agree.
All right.
Oh no, here we go. Oh fuck. Go ahead.
Let's talk about ecstasy, not the drug.
What the fuck is going on here? When I'm listening to this song, I'm like, why is Air Supply on this album right now? What the fuck happened here?
I think at some point they're like, wow, we got this song Love Kills. This is so unbelievable. Oh, yeah? Oh, my God. I cannot believe we topped Love Kills with that time of year. Yeah? Let's do this one. And then everything just fell off the cliff. And they're like, we can't beat that shit. And then they came up with it's just one of those songs you hear in this album. You're like, holy shit, this album rocks. And then this comes on. You're like, okay, when do they crank it up? Or when does this? Wait a minute. This is the song? I don't get it.
When this song, quote unquote, kicks into gear, when the other instruments kick into gear, I'm not even kidding. I'm listening to it. I'm like, and this is what I thought of. And stick with me here because you're going to understand the reference. This song should be playing in the background. Remember the scene in Karate Kid when Ralph Macchio and Elizabeth Shue go on a date and they're like mini golfing and they get their picture taken in the photo booth and it's like cute, like teenage romance. What the fuck is going on with this song? The lyrics, the melody, it's horrible.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like a leftover from fucking Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah, honestly, you know what?
Right?
You know what? It does sound like a TV show, like after school special type of shit.
Yeah, like a song that Chachi's now singing to Joni after they made up after fighting the first 20 minutes of the episode. He's going to sing this song to her.
It's wow, what a thud! Holy shit!
It just sounds so fucking wimpy.
It's so corny. It really yo Rams won't be so corny.
Big fat Chinese looking.
Me so horny.
Go take that gold tooth out of your mouth and go buy yourself some pussy.
This song is just it's laughable. It is. It's like it's actually like laughable.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Anyways, let's go to number 10. Deeper and Deeper. I'm like starting to get annoyed that the albums are going, starting to go downhill. It's a,
dude. This song, what a fucking thud this song is right here again. Now I got my little notes here. I got horrible chorus, and I said, and this is when the song instead of the Vinnie Vincent Invasion, it becomes like Vinnie Vincent and the Pips with that fucking chorus, deeper and deeper. I'm like, it's like a background. I'm looking at guys like in the background doing like a little shuffle dance with the chorus. It's fucking terrible.
So the thing I put on this that really stood out to me, Mark's vocals are starting to get to me by this song. I wrote that down.
Yep.
Mark's vocals starting to get to me.
It's the fatigue factor. You can't make it.
We got one more track after this. Let's go. 11, Breakout.
Kick-ass song. Well, a great way to end the album. Well, depending on what version you have, but nice kick-ass rocker, good riff, good chorus. Again, kind of like of the time, but still, it holds up. It's a nice recovery from those last two shit bombs. But I like it.
Yeah, I put the sound effects again.
Yeah,
like the budget and the production. How the fuck they do all this stuff? But I also put on this song, it sounds like an Yngwie Malmsteen song.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good analogy. Yeah.
That's what this is the first time I'm like, that sounds like a Malmsteen ripoff.
Yeah,
but it's a good song.
It is.
I like it.
I like it. I do like it, but I'm glad there's only one of these type of songs on the album because I don't think this is their strength. I think it's a good song. I think probably because you only hear this type of song once on the album. I like it though. Yeah, but Malmsteen, that's a good analogy for sure.
All right. So we could end it there, but most of the albums they did, like the Japanese version, the new 2003 remastered version, has 2 more tracks.
Yep.
Why? I don't know, but let's hear number 12. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's called Meltdown. And I don't understand what we're listening to.
Okay. Do you know what this is? Do you know what it honestly sounds like? And I'm not shitting you. As I told you, you know this because you were with me. I went to all the Bruins games in the playoffs. As soon as you walk out of the TD Garden, what do you see? Street kids playing on the bottom of fucking white buckets.
That's it.
Did he just fucking tape record some guy and not give him credit? Because that's what it sounds like.
I don't understand. We just listened to 11 songs of like 80s metal, guitar riffs, drum, and then I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. I'm lost. I just don't get it.
You're a guitar player.
Right.
That sounds like drum tracks. What the fuck are you playing drum tracks? And that's why, he got infatuated with the drum tracks. I don't really need a drummer.
Oh yeah. It sounds like he gave like a drum machine to like a kid and just said, "Here, play with this for a couple minutes."
Yeah, a drum. Excuse me, I said drum machine.
Yeah.
What the fuck? First of all, what are you doing with it? That's not fucking entertaining, and any idiot can do that. You can buy fucking shit and do that stuff. Who would want to have that as an extra song? Like, I gotta hear that.
I don't know. It's very bizarre.
You're a guitar player. What the fuck is a drum track doing there?
Yep. Yeah, and then it continues with the next one.
Oh, number 13. Let's go. I'm pretty shot. So if that fucking drum track wasn't enough, I'm gonna give you some fucking flamenco guitar playing at the end. What the fuck? Who's telling him to put this shit on a fucking album?
I don't know. The only thing I'll say about this is that it proves that when you tone it down and take a deep breath, the guy can play quote unquote normal guitar, because it does. It starts off like a Spanish flamenco type thing, and then it turns into like a blues type of vibe. But again, if you're a fan of the Vinnie Vincent Invasion, this is not what you want to hear. So
you don't like the fact that it turns into Dixieland in the middle of it?
Well, right. I don't get it. I thought
it was fucking Hank Williams Jr. fucking CD in the middle of that.
Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Settle down, John Mariachi Band. What the fuck was that?
I know.
Fucking Elvis's American Trilogy with Dixieland in the middle of a song. What the fuck? And then, so to end the album, hey, tell your friends about us. What the fuck was that? Like Freddy Krueger kind of shit at the end of the album?
Dude, I don't know. Just more weird shit. Yeah, you're right. I don't get it.
Like, you have enough fucking special effects and weird shit going on. What the? Hey, tell your friends about us. Okay.
No, I don't. It's just weird shit, dude. Honestly, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. That's why when we were talking about reviewing this album, I'm like, are we going to include the bonus tracks? And we're like, yeah, we have to, because we have to talk about how ridiculous they are.
So I know that we haven't done this album yet, Hot in the Shade. So the shit that Hot in the Shade, it's one too many albums.
Yeah.
One too many songs on the album. I agree, but I wouldn't want them less. It's Kiss. I want them on here. Here, I would rather not have those two items, 13 and 12, on, so that I wouldn't have to actually physically press a button to turn it off.
I agree.
Or to fast forward. I would rather they never existed.
Well, it's even worse. It's even worse because during the week when I was listening to it, I'd put this album on shuffle, and I'd be like, "Oh, great! Here comes the fucking meltdown. I got to skip that and go."
Thank you.
Yeah, it just blows. It blows the vibe of the album.
Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why is this on? Like,
yeah.
Imagine having a fucking, come here, listen to this. I'm going to put Vinnie Vincent and a couple other 90s, 80s bands on shuffle, and then this comes on.
Right.
Look at the fucking, what is this shit in the middle of it?
I'd like to know, why are these considered bonus tracks? Bonus to who? Like, why? I don't know.
Bonus. Yeah, it's a fucking bonus. I don't know one. So overall, I think there's a couple of running themes. I think the songs, cut out the last two songs, and there's maybe one or two duds in here, and the rest of it just kick ass. I fucking love this album. I could listen to this all the time and have no problem. with the exception of Mark's vocals get a little bit, oh my God, tone it down. But it's a great album. This is Vinnie at his best. I don't know if he got any better than this. Probably peak Vinnie.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And I agree. The album is, if this, like I said earlier in the episode, like this is mine and yours, my wheelhouse, like the 80s,
absolutely,
the hair metal, the glam, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I like the non crazy shit, but I love Britney Fox. I love this kind of stuff. And it gets to the point of absurdity a little bit sometimes, but like we said earlier, the guitar, the riffs, the choruses are fucking amazing, but you do get fatigued from Mark's voice. You do. And I'm a Slaughter fan, and I know he toned it down a little. He toned it down when Slaughter became its own band, because they were much more commercially successful than the Vinnie
Vincent. But that's what he wanted. That's why he had Fleischman. That he wanted that voice.
Absolutely.
That high.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's such fun music.
Yep.
And then they fucking got killed. And as we talked about on that Grown Up Rock podcast, when I talk about Metallica taking all the fun, making everything miserable and stuff. Could you imagine Metallica just covered what was it? Whiskey. What do you call it?
Whiskey in a Jar?
Yeah, Whiskey in a Jar. And we're going to cover another song. This one's called Heavy Pettin'.
I'd love it.
Could you imagine them singing these songs? She taught me everything. Heavy Pettin'. Mother Nature's Wild Child.
Let me ask you
the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Let me ask you a question here, and this literally just popped into my head. So this could maybe be a poll question. I don't know.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This came out the same year as Crazy Nights.
This is a better album.
Well, actually, Crazy Nights came out around 87.
This is a better album.
That was my question. Who made a bet? What album was better? This one. Yep.
It's a better album. Absolutely.
I think you're right, and it pains me. It pains me to say that because I know that Crazy Nights takes a beating. I like Crazy Nights a lot. I really do.
Hot in the Shade seems like lately I see Hot in the Shade takes a bigger beating than Crazy Nights.
Which we'll get into that. Again, we could spin off into another tirade about that, but I don't want to get us off on a thing. But it just popped into my head that these albums are kind of the time. Crazy Nights was 87. This was 88. Because as I'm listening to this, I'm like, I wonder what Kiss would have done if you had Paul or Gene or whoever singing some of these songs as opposed to Mark Slaughter's vocals.
Imagine what do you doing? Dirty Rhythm and Heavy Pettin'.
It'd be fucking amazing. I mean, I love them as is. If you throw Paul
singing that time of year, it might be a great song.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But it's in the little like Burn and shit like that is in that fucking Lick It Up type of Kiss songs, which would be fucking great.
Yep. But I think I think my only critique is pretty much what you said. Is just you just get a little bit fatigued with Mark's voice. And like I said, I have a long commute, so I'm listening to this driving, and it's hard to not fucking veer off the road and hit a fucking fence post. You know what I mean?
You sit there, you're singing along, you're like, yeah, imagine being a rock star singing this song. But how many of you guys could, like, you think of yourself as a rock star singing these songs? You'll think of like Whitesnake, David Coverdale, or Paul Stanley's voice or something like. You don't really want to go, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Voice. It's not very masculine, but
no,
God bless. It's still unique.
Absolutely.
Just that ending, that note on the ending of that time of year. What the fuck? Oh
no,
unreal. Anyways, I'm glad we did our first Kiss member solo album, and we'll get to these two. This will be on our rotation. Obviously, the Kiss albums, Kiss compilations, Kiss DVDs, Kiss books, Kiss members, Kiss, fucking dildos. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. The first branch on the Kiss family tree, Vinnie Vincent.
Absolutely. And this was fucking awesome. Now, to wrap this up, okay, we're going to obviously do a list.
Okay.
Your top 13 and my top 13.
Okay.
Go first. Your 13.
My 13 is got to be that meltdown, that drum machine thing.
Absolutely. That's mine.
Yep. And then 12 is going to be the other one.
That's mine.
That was easy. That was easy.
All right. Number 11. I want to take the next two.
Okay.
Number 11. I went out on a limb. I went a little different. I went deeper and deeper.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with that.
Where'd you go?
I did Ecstasy.
I thought so. And then I did that as number 10.
Okay, because then I was flipped because I had Ecstasy, then Deeper and Deeper.
See, Ecstasy is just like a wimpy ballad.
Yeah.
Deeper is just kind of a bad song.
they're the two duds.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
Take over. Number 9.
So I would probably say number 9 for me. Oh, I'd probably put Burn.
Number 9 for me, Burn.
Okay.
Number 8 for you.
Number 8, I would probably put. Oh, I would probably put Breakout. Actually,
number 8 for me, Breakout.
No shit. Okay, this is going to be similar.
Number 7 for me was Let Freedom Rock.
Me too. This is going to be the exact same rate. This is going to be funny.
No, this is where a lot of these songs I love and they're interchangeable.
Okay.
Number 6, I had Naughty Naughty.
Okay, number 6, I had Heavy Pettin'.
Okay. Number 5?
Number 5, I had Naughty Naughty at 5.
I had Dirty Rhythm.
Okay.
Number 4.
I had Dirty Rhythm at 4 for me.
I had Heavy Pettin'.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay.
And then number 3.
Love Kills.
Ooh. I had Ashes to Ashes.
Yeah, my 2 and 3 were going to be flip flop, but yeah, and then I got Ashes to Ashes, and then we obviously have the same number 1. So our top 3 was pretty much the same. Just
what's
a little
your
bit.
Number 1? Fucking Meltdown Part 2.
Yeah. Oh, that time of year.
That time of year, absolutely.
No doubt.
So you took. I had that time of year. Love Kills, Ashes to Ashes, Heavy Pettin', Dirty Rhythm, Naughty Naughty, Let Freedom Rock, Breakout, Burn, Ecstasy, Deeper and Deeper. You know I'm pretty shot. The Meltdown. Tommy had that time of year. Ashes to Ashes, Love Kills, Dirty Rhythm, Naughty Naughty, Heavy Pettin', Let Freedom Rock, Breakout, Burn, Deeper and Deeper, Ecstasy. You know I'm pretty shot, and the Meltdown.
Yep.
So goes our Vinnie Vincent review.
Love it, man.
That's right.
Good stuff.
What we're up to next, Tommy, is our questions of the week. What do you got?
Okay. All right. So we got questions from 2 of our favorite people.
Okay. Well, I hope they're people.
Well, yeah, they're people.
Okay.
So this I'm gonna read this, but I don't know how much you want to answer it because it could affect a future down the road album discussion. But this comes from our buddy Ed from Click Tea Shop. You want to talk about Click Tea Shop a little bit before I read the question?
Absolutely. Ed Spank his burger. Owner of Click Tea Shop. They make those awesome Kiss themed t-shirts and other designs. And he's got the exclusive rights to sell some Eric Carr exclusive items and t-shirts from the Eric Carr family. He got that. And one of them is that new long sleeve God Gave Rock and Roll to You black tee. It's got the designs, got the Eric Carr stuff on the back. It is awesome. The way to find Ed, you can find him on social media. He's all over the place as Click Tea Shop, but you can go to his website, and that is clickteeshop.com, KLICKTEESHOP.com. So you can get all sorts of designs that are awesome. Me and Tommy each have them. You can get stickers. You can get beach towels. You can get ball ticklers like I got. You can find all sorts of shit. And if you want, there's also Shout It Out Loudcast. All our stuff is sold on his website. So if you want to get something with our logo on it, you can get it from him at Click Tea Shop. All right. And what did Ed have to ask us?
So, all right. So Ed's question is, what the hell is your problem with Carnival of Souls, and why would Sonny Pooney rank Asylum higher than it? I'll let you start with this because it's a two-part question.
Sonny's right. It is better than Carnival of Souls. Because all of Paul's songs on there are kind of terrible. I like the Gene songs on it. But, I always start, you hear the Kiss stuff, and then we come up with albums. Oh, we got to pick our worst song. And then you put all these songs on an album. You call it, these are the worst Kiss songs. And then you're like, fuck, I kind of like that song now. Mm-hmm. And then if me and you look back like, fuck, I ranked that as one, like the third worst Kiss song. And now I like it. What the fuck? So I don't know. Tomorrow maybe I'm going to say Carnival of Souls is better, but it's not right now.
First of all, this is the one time I'll agree with Sonny here. Asylum is much better than Carnival of Souls. Much better. Now, that being said, I'm on an island here. I enjoy Carnival of Souls because I take it for what it is. Yeah, it's not a good Kiss album. I mean, who knows? It might not even be a good album, period. But I enjoy it for what it is. Like Zeus said, I think Gene's songs are stronger than Paul's, but I think Paul has some good songs. I like Master and Slave. I like Jungle. I know Zeus doesn't like it. It is what it is. People call it the grunge album or whatever. But that being said, Asylum is much better than Carnival of Souls. So that's what our problem is there, Ed. So thanks for the question. Now, it's a good segue into a question that we got from Sonny.
Sonny Pooney?
Sonny Pooney.
Oh, what is
this? This is a good one. Imagine that, he said, imagine that there are kids that you know, whether they're your kids or family members or whatever, they launch a new band. The first thing they plan on doing is releasing a 5-song EP of Kiss covers. Okay? Question part 1. What 5 songs would they cover, knowing that they're trying to grab an audience? And part 2, what will be your advice if they absolutely suck because these kids should be robbing banks instead of playing instruments? That's what he says. So
5 songs to cover if you're a Kiss band starting out?
Like you're like a teenage like garage band and your parents' basement, you want to do like a Kiss cover.
Let me think of 300 songs off the top of my head, Sonny.
Well, you know what I mean.
All right, let me think off the top of my head. I would probably say for me, because I love these songs stick out for me, but they got to be rocking songs that other people pick up on. I would do something like Parasite. I would do King of the Nighttime World. Did you ever hear Jericho and them do that? Oh, yep. It's a great song.
Yep.
Great version. I would probably do maybe something obscure. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Not for the Innocent.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, what do I got? 2 more?
Yeah.
I'm going off the top of my head and trying to think of the old Kiss catalog.
That doesn't have to
fucking blank.
Doesn't have to be old.
No, I mean, but it's just hard to think of all of Kiss's catalog. But you got to kind of have something that's rocking.
Yep.
And that sticks out. I would probably do Nowhere to Run.
Okay.
And Mr. Speed.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably try to mix it up with some popular ones. Like I would have to throw in, like, obviously Detroit Rock City. Probably throw in Deuce. Maybe throw in Unholy. maybe throw in something easy for a young band to play, like "Lick It Up," because the song sucks because it's got the same fucking riff through the entire song.
See, I wouldn't want to do anything that's too iconic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I would stay away from Detroit Rocks. This is just me. I would stay away from Lick It Up.
That's a hard song to play.
In Detroit Rock City,
maybe.
Yeah. But there are so
maybe something like "Watching You" or
something that is a fucking maybe something as good as Modern Day Delilah, Firehouse.
Yep.
Nothing to Lose, or the catchy hook chorus, Now,
what do you do what do you do? Say these. You got a lot of nephews. Say all the boys do this, and they suck. What do you say to them?
Well, thank God you went to college. Right? What else would you say to them?
Would you really tell them that they suck?
But where are they? Are they 17, 18 years old where, they have plenty of time and stuff like that? Or are they like 35, 40 years old?
No, these are kids. No, these are teenage kids.
Then let them fucking be. Why am I going to kick them down? Tell them they need to work on shit, get a little better. But, they're not like 40 years old not feeding their family because they want to be rock stars. You know what I mean?
Because you're a nicer person than Sonny. Sonny said they suck and they should be robbing banks.
Yeah, what a dick. Hey, you kids suck. You shouldn't be in my band. But, if you go and listen to who's his fucking favorite bands again?
Ooh, Crocus?
Maybe you'll be as talented as Crocus someday. Come on.
Be nice. Hey, real quick before we usually at the beginning of the episodes we talk about this and we forgot. We want to briefly touch on the polls that we do. We always talk about our polls. So at the beginning of the week, on Mondays we do our episode related poll. This is kind of a landslide because last week we did shitty Kiss duos. So the poll was Just a Boy in Odyssey versus See You in Your Dreams and When You Wish Upon a Star, and the Elder was kind of winning in a landslide. But a lot of comments about people that love the Elder. I like the Elder too, but like we said, the album starts off terribly and ends with a bang.
Those you motherfuckers out there.
Oh,
you guys are purposely fucking with me. I know you guys are. You guys already started with the stupid. I fucking hate. What was the comments? What were some of the songs that somebody had come up with?
Oh, like fucking Firehouse and Love Gun.
Yeah. Oh, the worst two songs are fucking Boomerang and Just a Boy. Yeah, no shit, dickhead. Are they in the same fucking album? Are they back-to-back tracks?
Speaking of that, how about real quick? How about the thing I showed you this week? That Facebook group. Somebody created a poll, and they said, "What's your favorite Kiss opener?" And they had, Detroit Rock City, I Stole Your Love, and then it gave you the option to add your own choice if it wasn't there. I said to Zeus, Zeus, look at this. I said, you got, King of the Mountain. Like I said, I Stole Your Love, I Want You. Then somebody goes, Mr. Speed, Thrills in the Night. And then I'm reading the comments. Somebody goes, who the fuck put these songs in the poll? They're not album openers. So I said to Zeus,
what album am I missing that Thrills in the Night opened up for?
So I said to Zeus, see, it's not just us. It's the Kiss fans themselves. They're not all that very bright, even though we love you all.
I know. I just think they don't pay attention to the instructions.
No.
Everyone's got more ADD than I do. Yep. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, Kiss? Oh, yeah, my favorite songs are Love Gun and fucking that. Dude, that's not the fucking question. Read the question, you asshole.
I know.
Ogre, you asshole.
And then real quick, and then our other Thursday Tom and Zeus poll, it was King of the Nighttime World versus Love Gun. And Love Gun is winning. Last I checked, it was about 60-40 Love Gun, but there's still a day and a half left in that poll.
King of the Nighttime World. Yeah.
Great. I love them both. I love them both, but I'll always come back to Love Gun.
Yeah. So we're going to get to our plugs. Tommy, tell everybody where they can find us.
Yeah. So you can contact us on, we have our email account at shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. We're available on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Shout It Out Loudcast. Our podcast, and I would be remiss if I didn't say, again, we are proudly part of the Pantheon Podcast Network. which has a huge library of music-related podcasts, not just rock and metal, all kinds of interesting topics surrounding the field of music. So check them out online at Pantheon Podcasts. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. More platforms will probably be added soon, and as they are, we will let you know about that. And as we say every week, if you can leave us a 5-star child review, that can be on Apple or anywhere. Everywhere you listen has reviews. Podchaser, some kind words would be great. We love the kind words and the feedback that we get already, and keep them coming, and we thank you all for that.
Yeah, so one of the ones we got, this is on Apple iTunes. Here's a review we got. Yellow. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? In quotes. You want off-the-cuff comedy along with your Kiss talk? Then you need to subscribe to these two knuckleheads podcast. And now. They never disappoint. While many other Kiss podcasts are sometimes too serious to a fault, you will find yourself laughing with these guys and at them in big capital letters. Thanks. Because they don't fall into the trap of getting too serious about the band. Kiss is about entertainment, whether good or bad over the years, and these guys get that and have fun with it. The tangents they go off are hilarious. They say they are lifelong friends, so that explains their great chemistry and timing, as only friends like that can have. They don't pull punches if they don't like something about the band, and that's what makes it even more funny when they head down that rabbit hole together and don't know when to stop. The Kiss Jeopardy is a great place to start if you want to get acquainted with what they're all about. They are a welcome break from the often too serious Kiss podcast community. I'll say it again, subscribe now and catch up on all their previous episodes. All of them are winners. The Kiss podcast is destined for greatness. Keep it up, guys.
Wow.
Yep, and it's by VV Who. So I saved that one for this episode coming up to talk about.
Perfect.
Now,
love it.
In addition to that, we've got some Facebook instant messages. We've got some emails, which is email at us, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. We've gotten some great feedback recently. I think maybe it's a lot to do with us posting a little bit more on the Facebook groups, but a lot of people just throwing in their 2 cents, giving us an opinion about the show, telling us things they want to talk about, talking about issues. We love it. Please keep doing it. Keep emailing us. Send us direct messages. As you can see, we get back to you.
Yep, absolutely.
And if it's something really good and fun and interesting, we'll use it, or we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Yeah, we've mentioned that before. If you guys have episode ideas, we're not going anywhere, so we're going to be around. So if you have an idea for a topic, we're going to get to the album reviews, the DVDs, the books, but we always, as you could see last week's episode, we always try to come up with something creative, something that will stoke some debate and conversation. So, if you have something that's interesting, throw it at us, and if we like it, we'll take it.
So that leaves us with some famous last Vinnie words.
Come together in serenade. Pull the pin of my love grenade. Midnight. I'm just going to stop right there. I was going to read another line, but nothing's.
Go ahead. Finish it. My love.
I was going to say, midnight mover, my star so bright. We'll dance dirty and tip to the light. First of all, how jealous is Paul that he never came up with pull the pin on my love grenade? Pull the trigger on my love gun? Really? I love it. We could have picked any multitude of lyrics from this album. It's insane.
Here we go. Ooh. Soft as velvet, sweeter than wine. Hot-blooded prime grade A. Ooh. Lust me, touch me, sweet little child. This little girl has come of age.
The fuck? Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the first branch on the Kiss family tree, and what better way to start it out than with Vinnie Vincent?
Oh, absolutely. Well, guys, thank you very much. Stay tuned for a real special episode next week.
That's right.
And thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
See you soon. Peace out, Girl Scout.